What's going on guys, I'm Entity Maze, here with my review on the latest Pokemon Sun and Moon anime episode 45, Nebby Panic, a sudden teleport. But before we begin this review, I want to say to my regular viewers that the reason why this review and preview discussion was late is because I had no Wi-Fi for 2 days, and my god, they were such boring days. However, this episode was definitely the entertainment I needed. So now everybody, get relaxed, as I will now jump right into this review. So the episode begins off with Lilie writing in her diary about the recent episode events, which was a very nice touch for people to get reintroduced to the story compared to the narrator, and just nice to see Lilie's perspective. Finally for this scene though, I have to say this, Lilie was looking cute. Anyway, the next day, Ash was getting ready for school, while we get a sneak peek of Cosmog using its new move, Teleport. But I will say this, I do like the rivalry we saw between Litten and Lycanroc. They are both a cat and dog anyway, so it just felt so right. Regardless, later on, Ash is distracted by the smell of Team Rocket's honey donuts, but Kukui, being the father figure, says wait till lunch to eat food. But Team Rocket noticed Cosmog doing this and decided that they would make a plan to steal it because it's a rare Pokemon that they have never seen before, going as far as to thinking it's a pre-evolution of Coffin. Well, okay then. Anyway, Ash's lesson now begins in the Pokemon school where they are making clay models of their partner Pokemon. And my god, just seeing all their models, you can see their personalities strike out. Lilie's is so perfect, while Ash's is just he did his best. Although it does look like a Mimikyu, I'll agree with you there Kukui. But during the making of these models, Nebby grabs onto the classmates' foot and teleports them momentarily to locations they were thinking about. But before this could happen to Lilie, it fell asleep. Aww. The classmates then discuss what happened to them though, and Roten comes out and says it was the move Teleport, teleporting you to locations that you think about. Anyway, next Nebby wakes up and stops screaming, which the gang gather it was hungry, but it turns out it was not, so they just tried to make funny faces to calm it down. Come on guys, you've made funnier faces than that all the time in this series. Although Lilie did successfully calm it down, I really want to know what she did though. Ash and Cosmog get happy though, and Cosmog teleports Ash to the locations he was thinking about, aka the ones the classmates went to. But Ash and Cosmog then think about the honey donuts Team Rocket had and teleport to them. By pure coincidence too, as Jessie wished Ash would just show up right in front of her. Ah, classic comedy. Team Rocket then come up with the idea to blind Ash with the sun though, so they can steal Nebby, which they successfully pull off. I appreciate that the writers made Team Rocket smart here. Regardless though, Team Rocket get confused that Beware hadn't come to ruin their work yet, so Nebby saved the day and teleported them to Beware. After that though, Nebby teleports back to Ash in a nice emotional sequence. The episode then ends off with the classmates finding Ash on the beach and decide to go back to the Pokemon school to show Kukui that they found Ash, which he's had a rough time. What a nice father figure. But the gang end up on the roof of the Pokemon school thanks to Nebby teleporting them. So what did I think of this overall story? It was very entertaining despite there being nothing plot important, and I think the reason why I think this is because this seemed like a classic filler episode. It has comedic elements and Team Rocket show up to do their usual thing, which we haven't seen much in the Sun and Moon series compared to other series. I'm not complaining though, as it does get repetitive, but seeing this at times is very refreshing. I will admit though, the first half of this episode was pretty boring, but it was building up to the gang finding about this teleportation power, so I don't really mind at the same time. Talking about that though, I believe the teleportation was actually a unique idea that left me very interested in the kind of scenes where Ash and his friends would go, and of course opened up more comedic scenes. But compared to Sun and Moon episodes, the comedy in this one is not as much, which is good, as sometimes having way too much comedy just gets ugh. Oh yeah. We also had Jigglypuff in this episode to continue the singing gag, which I don't mind at all. It's a very nice addition to this series. But yeah, the comedy aspects overall were pretty good, and the teleportation idea was awesome. Finally, we did have, I guess you could say, the subplot of the Pokemon school lesson, but to me, those scenes were just meh. So let's now move on to the animation aspects of this episode. It was pretty fluid throughout the whole thing. However, the only highlights I really liked were the shadows, like goddamn they paid extra attention to that. The scenes where we would see Ash teleporting were very eye-catching, the attention to the volcano was good, and just once again, the sunsets that this series have are very beautiful, much like this one. But before we move on to my rating, I do want to talk about the background music highlights. Firstly, they chose a very nice fitting tune for the Lilie Diary segment, and the intense kind of tune that they used against Team Rocket was also very nice, so these two highlights added more to the episode enjoyment for me. But now overall with everything I've said, the rating I'll be giving this episode is a 6.5 out of 10. It's pretty high, I know, but hey, we all have our opinions. My favourite moment has to be Team Rocket coming up with that idea though, they were smart for once. Regardless, do let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts on this episode are, I'll love to hear. But that now wraps up for this review. So if you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and a subscribe for future Pokemon content, it helps out a ton. Entity Maze, signing out.